Ladies and gentlemen, on the other half of the bracket, it was an early third round knockout in the semis that brought him to this round. Here is Wayne Barrett.
See how these playing, but out there death.
28-year-old Wayne Barrett improving to 5-0 with his last victory, making his way out. First tournament ever. Seemed very calm, cool, and collective.
His opponent arrives in the tournament semis by way of a sudden victory round knockout. Here is Schilling.
Well, there's no question who is the favorite here in LA tonight. The hometown boy, Schilling, who had to fight a sudden victory round to get to the semis. Let's check out the tail of the tape for this quarterfinal match.
Again, this is going to be a replay of the last fight. The stats are almost the same. What it comes down to, who's the freshest guy. Joe won by knockout, but he went 4 rounds. Wayne's got that huge bump on his head, and that's going to see what's going to get this guy into the final.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this tournament semifinal scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he now runs his professional record to a perfect 5 wins, no losses, with 1 more 4 knockouts. At 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, he weighed in at an even 187 pounds, 84.8 kilos, fighting out of New York City. Please welcome back Wayne Barrett. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, now with a professional record of 17 wins and 5 losses and 11 career knockouts. At 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.91 meters, weighing in at 186.5 pounds, 84.5 kilos, fighting tonight out of Los Angeles, California, Joe Stitch him up Schilling. Here again is your referee, Big John McCarthy.
Get it up. Back to your corner there. Wayne, all the way back. All the way back.
An All-American semifinal between Joe Schilling in the white gloves and Wayne Barrett in the black. As mentioned, Schilling had to go to that sudden victory round. He's logged more minutes than Wayne Barrett. We'll see if Barrett's the fresher fighter.
They've done a nice job in the back, his corner crew, getting that swelling down. And that's a big thing. You got to have good coaching and good people around you who know the craft of working corners, and part of it is working on the bumps and bruises to get that swelling down. That's an art form in itself.
As mentioned, Joe Schilling logging more time in the ring in that quarterfinal. 14 minutes, 41 seconds compared to Wayne Barrett. Only took 8 minutes and 58 seconds for him to move on. Always a factor in these tournaments. But if you're Joe Schilling, Duke, do you target where that big hematoma was on his forehead? Try to open up a cut.
It's in a weird spot. I mean, you hope you hit it, obviously, but you'd rather go after the chin, in my humble opinion. You can tell both guys are a little tentative. They're trying to get their diesel engines going. They're having a hard time getting their body going because their adrenaline's got to get fired back up again.
Go from that first win, you go back to the locker room, the adrenaline dump happens, and you got to get picked up again and pumped up again for the second fight of the night.
It's a very strange experience. You know, most of the time you fight and say, let's go to the victory party. This one, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Let's get the gloves back on and let's have a redo.
It's almost as emotionally draining as it is physically. So we're under 1 minute to go in this round. And it's got to be tough to warm up again, too.
Well, especially if your shins, you dinged them. People don't realize, like, your adrenaline's going and the shins don't hurt as much. But once the adrenaline cools down, nice tricky front kick there by Wayne.
That front kick did get through and caught Schilling on the chin. Here, 30 seconds to go in round number 1, scheduled for 3. Remember, 2 knockdowns per round and 3 in a bout for this semifinal will end the fight. Spinning back fist from Schilling just misses.
There's that hook he caught him with in New York. Wayne has a really unique skill. He can pull his head away, move his feet away at the same time, and counter hook. It's not an orthodox move. It's very Muhammad Ali-like, but it works for Wayne Barrett, and it definitely worked for the GOAT of all time, Muhammad Ali.
Took both fighters a little time to get going. How'd you score that first round?
That was a close one, but I think that last counterpunch by Wayne might have got him the slight edge. Then again, we are in Los Angeles. I was just in Albuquerque for the Diego Sanchez fight, so home cooking can play a big role in fights in the sports industry.
See them putting the Vaseline on that cut that Wayne Barrett suffered in the first fight.
Not necessarily a cut, it's a hematoma. He's got a big lump there. That's a good thing. But if he starts getting that thing bumped again, it's going to fill up with blood.
Joe Schilling and Wayne Barrett looking to punch their ticket into the Glory Last Man Standing Finals. Schilling in the white gloves, Barrett in the black. Schilling with so much more, not only tournament, but ring experience than the young Wayne Barrett. Barrett, the former Golden Gloves amateur champ. I'm just amazed he seems very calm tonight.
He just popped him with a good right hand there.
Oh, another right from Barrett.
There's that hook and right hand again.
Barrett with that counter punch that got through to Joe Schilling's face. And now the fighter stepping it up.
Joe's tenacity is second to none. That's made him win a lot of big fights in his career. He just knows how to fight on that mouth guard and go for it. And that's what I love about that kid.
Huge heart, there's no doubt about it. A lot of times you think that he is down and out, and then he'll stage a huge comeback. Never quit, as you saw in that first fight. He took out Simon Marcus.
That's what I enjoy about the fight game. Sometimes skill, athleticism, they help. But what helps the most is to have that gladiatorial spirit to never give up and be able to just go for it.
Another couple shots land from Barrett. Not doing a lot of damage to Schilling, but possibly scoring. Under a minute to go in round number 2.
Again, we're seeing subtleties from the last fight. Joe tried his knee strike. There's the hook that Wayne likes. They're getting more familiar with each other again.
Schilling catches that kick, and then he seems to always press forward quickly, trying to make something happen. Counter lands from Barrett. And Barrett continues to show some Great movement here as we approach the end of round number 2. Schilling goes to the body and then upstairs.
And he caught him with a counter coming in. Close round. They're both connecting with one another. We're going to take a look at a few of the highlights here. And here they are trading leather. And Joe puts it on the kisser there, but boom. Barrett
punching.
Yeah, he took the worst of that exchange. Yeah, and you don't want to hook with a hooker. That's my dad taught me a long time ago. You can't exchange hooks with a guy who's better at it than you. Fans at home, if you like boxing, watch Oscar De La Hoya and Fernando Vargas. Vargas was winning, but Oscar had a better hook, and that's what retained his world title in that one.
Check out the corner of Wayne Barrett. They continue to ice down that huge hematoma. Fighters touch gloves, and great show of sportsmanship here as we've got one more round to go in the Glory Last Man Standing semifinals. Joe Schilling and Wayne Barrett. You gave Barrett that first round. Did you give him the second as well?
It was a close round. Nice jump kick there. Little scissor jumping kick there from Joe Schilling. Again, both these guys pulling off all the tricks and moves and maneuvers. There's a little Superman type punch there from Joe.
Joe
just slipped on the mat.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Please, all right.
Good sportsmanship there. Joe had the right idea. He's going over the top, but Wayne was able to get above that punch with his left hook.
Yeah, he keeps going over the top, but Schilling unable to land anything and do much damage. Barrett bounces off the ropes.
I think that both of these guys need to utilize their jab more.
Schilling with the Superman punch paid for it as he came in and Barrett caught him.
They need to buy some vowels with a jab in striking jeopardy. Pump the jab. That opens everything up.
On a close fight like this, it may be something spectacular done here in the third round, but the judges remember a high kick from Schilling.
A counter punch again.
Barrett active with that counter punching.
Nice punch again there. He has impeccable timing. He has a very unique style that gives a lot of people trouble.
Barrett, very sound. Technically.
As is Joe. They're both good fighters. It's just styles make fights. And nice hook there. Now Joe found his mark. He needs to keep doing it, though.
Does he have the time? Under a minute to go in this third and final round. Joe Schilling and Wayne Barrett fighting to get to the championship match.
You can see the determination in Joe Schilling's face. He looks like an animal in there.
Just wonder how much he has left after having to fight in that sudden victory round in the quarterfinals.
There you go, Joe. Nice jab. Set it up off of that, kid. Oh, nice cartwheel kick.
Cartwheel kick broken out by Joe Schilling. And Wayne Barrett shows some flair.
A little dueling banjos of kicks tonight.
Under 10 to go.
We might be going an extra round. That was a close fight.
That would be typical Joe Schilling. He doesn't do anything easy.
Very blue-collar fighter.
Now in the hands of the judges to see who will be meeting Artem Levin in the championship.
Joe Schilling and boring are never in the same sentence. He's a fighter. He's a fighter's fighter. He's done a lot of training with a lot of people. He's got his Can't Stop Crazy crew. He's cross-trained with the Diaz brothers, especially Nick Diaz. You know, just a well-rounded guy, fought in Thailand, fought the best everywhere all over the world, and now trying to win this last man standing. And you got the young upstart Wayne Barrett there. They did a great job of really getting the swelling off his head. Excellent job in his corner.
Well, if he moves on to the championship, they're going to have to work on that forehead. Joe Schilling got some revenge on Simon Marcus, a man he had lost to twice before that quarterfinal to get here into the semis. A very close fight indeed as we check out some of the action.
Good parry, good cross back by Joe, but then Wayne brought the bigger punch back there in that exchange. Round 3, a little counter punch against Joe's Superman punch. Very interesting contested fight.
Well, let's see who will be moving on to the finals and send it back to Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Judge Bilardo scores the bout 29-28 Barrett. Judge McKnight scores the bout 30-27 Schilling. And Judge Peoples scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Now moving on to the tournament finals, Joe Schilling.
LA's own Joe Schilling. It's never easy with him, but he will move on for a rematch with Artem Levin in the championship fights.
It's only